turn one, turn left fairly sharply. Oh, here we go, it's happened.
Mullerman, contact with the HQ. That's two classes getting tangled up. That shouldn't have happened. Got to have a bit of spatial awareness about ourselves here.
Right, I've got a bit of a replay. He's coming down the... very, very tight.
Yeah, Mullerman locked up.
He's clipped the left-hand corner there, which has then unsettled him straight into Kenner.
It certainly did. The tyre power field start to weave their way through turns 1, 2, 3 and 4. Number 1, hippie, shake. Ryan Woods, the old egg wheel, left and right. He's still gathering it up in car 1.
Still gathering up. I think his teammate, I think he tapped his teammate.
Across the first 2 rows. Who will make it down into turn 1? Who'll get the whole shot? The big run down. We're just starting to move and away we go. The 25 of Adrian Moyle does a beautiful job, but it's going to be the silver one, and that I think that's Jeff Monday that came charging down through the field there. We've got one HQ just out of place there. Is that Ray Jardine that's pulled up on the outside there as their race gets underway as well, and they start to charge down.
Certainly have. We've got Magilton and Woods side by side. Kenny right in behind him. Then we've got Banks and then also McDonald as we try and fit you all in, ladies and gentlemen, as the front group is going through turns 3 and 4 as we can see at the moment. Oh, someone just put the lights on there, mate. 25 has gone back.
It's a busy old time, isn't it? You got to have the lights on.
Oh, look at Banks right on the boot lid to Magilton. Ryan Woods round the outside in turn 1. Here we go, Kenny Wright. McDonald's up the inside, trying. Touch the boot lid of Banks just as they come down into turn 4.
I tell you what, like the 2 Buffalo girls, they go around the outside in the HQs. They are absolutely riding it down into turn 4. We go back to the historic touring cars. It's the 22, Brett Trengo. He's had a ripping start of it and he's charging pretty hard. He's got the guys out in front. They've also got away very, very nicely indeed. This is a big run. There's Mullerman in the Mustang. He's doing a terrific job as well. They come onto the straight to complete lap number 1, but he's going to be the 22 of Brett Trengo that leads the historic touring cars onto the straight. The 84 goes right alongside, which is Dominic Leo, and our HQs are already at turn 9.
That's Tony Maloney there, 99, right behind Raj Jardine there, the number 8 car. That's one of the Collins' car from many, many years ago. Collins Transport from Cranbourne as they come in. Have a look at this Magilton car, the car 14. That won the 4-hour up at Winton there the second week of December. Him and Ryan Woods joined together and won that, blew everyone away. So we've got Magilton, Woods, Banks right behind him, 2 car links. Then we've got Glenn McDonald right behind Glenn McDonald. I'm just trying to work out, that's Ray Jardine, Tony Maloney.
So car number 32, that's just that car we just saw disappearing off screen. Obviously a start line infringement there out of the historic touring car field. But the HQs are filling our screens right now. Have a look at this, Magilton and Woods. This is the Camaros out in front. The GM cars, this is the 84 leading it round. Dom Leo started on the front of the grid. Boy, they have got some horsepower. They try and get down through those little 8-inch tyres. Bounces it off the back of the track there. Try and keep it within the painted lines there, guys. You don't want to tear a tyre up on one of these magnificent old racing cars. The 22 currently sitting there in P2, which is Brent Trengo. Led lap number 1. He's had to succumb to the professor behind him in Dominic Leo, and he has charged on through as well. Have a look at this, Peter Mullerman ducks out for a bit of clean air on the Camaro, tries to run down the inside into turn number 1. They tip it in. It's the 25, Adrian Moyle, back to the 68 there. And that's Jeff Monday. He's had a ripping start there, Jeff Monday. Let's have a look at this. Up the back straight here, side by side. Historic touring car style, Group NC. Drives over, switches back. Trengo just gets him back under there. Boy, oh boy, have a look at the spring rate on those things. They just ride over the back of the ribbon strips there. That will certainly get race control's attention. That is, what do they call that? Track extremities, Dave?
Yeah, it certainly does, mate. You've got to have a massive set of big brakes going down in the dandy corner there, mate. I'll tell you. Oh, 25 has certainly had a nose scrape.
Bit of a punch on there. That's a little bit of a blood nose. Bit of endum boxing style.
Certainly is. So we've got Magilton, Woods, Banks, Wright, McDonald, Tony Maloney. That's running out the top 6 for the HQ Holdens here at Tyre Power. Tyre Power, massive sponsor of HQs now for 3 years. Thank you very, very much. But also all the other sponsors. Kenny Wright, McDonald, Tony Maloney, Jardine. Jardine's gone back two positions by the looks of it. Banks has got Woods. Banks is up into second. The plumber from out back in the 76 car is right behind Magilton, the electrical car. And then we've got Ryan Woods. He fixes your wood heaters. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Look after the sponsors.
So car number 84, our race leader, has now got a 5-second penalty as well. That will be a start line infringement, being 5 seconds. That's going to be troublesome because at the moment it's half a second back to Trengo, 1.9 or 2.9 seconds back to Moyle. So dropping right out of the top 5. That will happen to Leo. So he really has to get a good lead on in this race. In fact, he has to get a 6-second lead to get this win. Fastest lap of the race to Trevor Talbot in the number 76. Trevor started out of row number 2 and the number 76 car doing the fastest lap there. So Trev doing very well. That was I guess the slowest out of the fastest 4 Camaros.
Certainly is. Here we go, McGilton. We've got Banks. Right behind him is Ryan Woods. Ryan Woods is catching with the HQ Holdens. The fastest car out there is McGilton. You can see it. Tony Maloney is pulled out and tried it. No, he's tucked right back in to the Ready Roast. Ready Roast. Massive sponsors of Glenn McDonald in the 87 car. Been with him right since the 92-93 season on the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen, and then Flat Track, and Thunderdome, and he's kept on going with the Flat Track. Good to see the two brothers there. One works on the car and the other one wrings its neck.
Well, I like it when they sling the pie oven into the back and start delivering chickens around town for their Ready Race. No, that's probably not how it's done. It's probably done with a nice modern EV or something like
Ready
that.
Roast, mate. It's a fantastic meal.
It's good
value
meal.
for meal. It's like Mum and Dad's old meal that you used to get many years ago when you were a little fella.
I'm going to have to let you in on a bit of a secret here, Dave, that secretly in the background, Victorian Motorsport is working on a podcast where you and I go around tasting Ready Roasts and we report to the public on the quality of it. What do you reckon? Mate,
I can't wait to get some pork on my fork, I tell you. That's for sure. Up the back chute, have a look at this. They're pretty wide. That's Kenner in the HQ. And now we've got the front runners there of the Group N coming through, the Group NC. This is a little bit tight.
This is getting messy, isn't it? Just getting a bit messy. A couple of Camaros sneaking up. They all come out of the same factory, or at least a General Motors factory somewhere on the planet. But up they come, around through turn 10. They wobble through there. The HQ is just getting gazumped by the higher horsepower. Gee, these Camaros never had this sort of horsepower back in the 70s when they raced them, did they? These things are advances in technology, that is for sure. Machining, even gaskets and sealing products, they really have advanced these pieces of kit. Oh, that's no good. The 41 parked up of Jerry Lenetra just coming down into Dandenong Road, sort of around 6 or turn 7 sort of thing there. So expired up there, so that's sad, Jerry. Didn't want to see the Cortina parked up.
Yeah, so we've got Magilton, then we've got Banks. Right on the boot leader, Banks is Ryan Woods. I was just about ready to say, Darren, before you took that breath 5 minutes ago, but I reckon there was a green flag waving down in Dandy Corner, which means there must be a yellow somewhere else. So up the back chute, Magilton, thanks Tyre Power. We've got Banksy there in the 176. We've got the number 1. Why has he got number 1? Because he came number 1 last year in the Victorian Championship. Ryan Woods, fantastic. Very, very good there. Have a look at the new sponsors. Support there. Ryan Woods is going to give me an A4 sheet of paper with the new sponsors. He got some new sponsors on. That car, 12 days ago, ladies and gentlemen, didn't have a swinging panel on it. No pedals on it. No diff, wheels, no nothing. 12 days. It's here racing. And qualified second fastest, Darren.
He did.
Remember?
Fantastic effort though. Ryan did drive very well last year. Just having a good look at this Mini. This is Luke Patterson, the Lara window shutters entry Mini. And right alongside there, gee, they get away from him in the corners, don't they? It's just hold it to the metal and around you go. The 32 coming in behind there as well. So, 36 there. Is that Rebecca? No, it's the 32. Who's in the 32?
Mate, you could almost have a bet with someone and point out that car and go, mate, that one Bathurst.
Yeah, good to Cortina.
Hang on.
Bob Jane drove that to a win at Bathurst.
yeah.
Really? You see the ad on my 105 and people start arguing that it's not that one. It is, I can tell you it is.
It is, yep.
It is.
The
Look at this.
ID flag is correct.
Luke goes wide here. Now, this is interesting. We've got some of the Camaros coming through on the HQs, and the yellow Camaro has got some smoke absolutely billowing out. I'm going to say from the bell housing type of area there. Could be the back of the motor or bell housing. They made up with each other. Oh, it's getting on his tyres too, so this is getting a bit jiggy, a bit of hippie shaking. The number 76 there for Trevor Talbot. Fastest car on track, and you can see why. He's sliding around the place like he owns it. And the car in front's just putting the leg out of bed there as well over onto the dirt and giving him a good spray with some stones. Absolutely pluming smoke out of the Trevor Talbot car. And the way he slid across the top of the hill there at turn 6, and the bit of shiny stuff on the road behind him.
4 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. That's probably at least 2 laps. So we've got at least 2 laps to go. 76 car, yeah, she's certainly smoking. There's a bit of oil there. That's a bit of oil in the exhaust or something like that happening. The 22 car's locking a right rear brake. That's all it seems to be. Then we've got the ham sandwich. The Mini is in between the red and yellow into turns 2 and 3. They'll pop out there. They'll squeeze like a pimple right over in turn 4.
With the yellow car of Trevor Talbot there, it's probably a ham and cheese sandwich, Dave, the way that would probably roll. So gets through there. So Trevor Talbot gets the Camaro out, gets back up the back straight, and have a look at these HQs out over the back of the ripple strip there, right in front of the tyre power sign as they work their way up the back straight here at Sandown.
And they're screaming, ladies and gentlemen. HQ Holden doing around about 5,700 revs, which is around about 176 k's up over the top. You dab the left foot on the brake pedal, way past that road on the right-hand side. I didn't realise you could do that, but Stootman told me that about 25 years ago. Where are you braking, Dave? And I said, well, don't you worry about it, mate. I'm getting the brakes ready for you to next time. Here we go into Dandy Corner.
86, the bad car, getting through there nicely. This is a magnificent piece of machinery. They really do prepare these historic touring cars to within a millimetre of their lives, or should I say, keeping it era-specific to within a thou of their lives. They do a tremendous job to put on such an entertaining race, and you can't tell me that these guys aren't racing for sheep stations. They are absolutely on it. The way we're watching Trevor Talbot slide his thing around out there, they are absolutely racing for keeps. This is not what we wanted to see out of the 59. This is the Mustang. That's taking no further part with Ray Hepburn. Bit of a lack of Mustangs here this weekend. He's giving the thumbs up and he's okay. Just saying, yep, I'm all right. Oh, and we come straight back to a massive front wheel lock up on the 93. The Mini losing out there, and have a look at Magilton. It's Magilton all over the back of the Mini. You could be trying to get home from school in 1974 out there at the moment. That is absolutely huge.
I'll tell you what, Magilton's going to eat that Mini going up the back chute. Oh, the Mini's pulled out to the side. He doesn't want to be eaten. Here comes Magilton and the Mini up the back chute behind him. Then we've got Banks.
This is how they did speed comparisons in the Tasman series.
Is that how they do it?
That's how they did it. A Mini and a HQ and a Camaro coming up the middle there. There we go.
Oh, have a look at this. A lot of horsepower there. One car's got most of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Righto, here we go. Down in the Dandy Corner. One more lap for the HQs. So I'm just trying to work it out, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, trying to work this out. It looks like we've got to go. The front runners are doing, well, they're 10 laps. HQs are doing their 7+. But, geez, I'll tell you what. They're starting to smoke. Oh, the 22 car. Right. Whoa! Whoa, he's gone out wide.
He's just mowing the lawn out there a little bit now, and well, I tell you what, I reckon for about 3 laps now, he is getting a little bit of some sort of fluid on those rear tyres, because Trevor is normally really tidy, really clean racer, but you can tell that smoke. That you can't tell me that smoke's not getting back on the back of those Hoosier race tyres on the back of that Camaro. The race leader at the moment is Trengove over Trevor Talbot, so that is our race lead right there, the red Camaro with the blue lights, great contrasting on the front of that. Even the fog lights have got blue sticky tape over the top of them. And
Sticky
22.
tape. Sticky tape, Darren. Oh, yeah, you're
Contact
still in
tape.
primary school, mate.
Yeah,
That's
well,
better.
I was just saying the HQs and the minis are coming to pick us up from primary school in the 70s.
All right, have a look at this. We're down to only two corners to go. This will be quite interesting. What on earth is he going to do? Will it be the 22 car or will the 76 car slip slide around the out? No, he slowed it right down. Here's a 22 car, just trying to work it out. Tony,
Oh, they've had a contact there too. There's a bit of a blood eye. Yeah, look at that. There's a bit of contact there. So
last lap.
last lap now, and Trevor Talbot. Not only is he smoking, he's now got a blood nose. That right front headlight all dinted in, and the back of the front of the one behind him all biffed in as well. Out over the back of the ripple strips. This is getting a bit desperate for Trevor Talbot.
Yeah.
That dint on that guard wasn't there last lap around. That's for sure.
No, it certainly wasn't, Darren.
Wow, that's troublesome for historic touring cars. They don't like dinging these things up, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Here
very
we go,
true.
replay. Here it is, coming down, turn 10 into 11. There it is. Oh, he was trying to position his car for the braking area.
Yeah.
Wow, the finite movements, and Trevor Talbot is super experienced and fantastic race car driver. He'll be pretty sorry about that. He's not a kind of guy that goes out to get a blood nose, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will say it. I made a mistake. Sorry. We got time plus an extra lap.
Yeah.
So when I said it was 2 laps to go, it was 3. Sorry. I
So
won't
we're
do
coming
that
around to
again.
the checkered flag now.
Here we go. Have a look at this. Oh, have a look at this. We got all 3, first, second, and third, all dinted at the moment.
We have, and
left
it
rear,
is the 22
right front.
of Brent Trengo. He's going to flow the car nicely. The checkered flag is out. The MG Car Club officials wave the flag. We've got 1, 2, 3 across the line. Brent Trengo, Trevor Talbot, Adrian Moyle, who started out a pole, fought hard for that podium in the end after disappearing backwards. The fastest lap by the race winner of 122.99.
Take a breath, Darren. Here comes the HQs, ladies and gentlemen. Up over the top, down into Dandy Corner. We've got Magilton first. Oh, have a look at this. We've got the little 32 car, the Cortina. But right in behind that, we've got Banks and Ryan Woods. Ryan Woods is trying to slap the back of Banks' car there a little bit to try and make a little bit of room. Magilton's out the front, he's doing right. He goes Ryan Woods, he's got to go down the right-hand side, which is the wrong side. Then he's got to try and back out and come down the left-hand side. Oh, look at this, here we go. Magilton's done it. Oh, well done, Banks. Banks has pulled out, shot off to the left, which is good. So we've got Banks. And then right behind him, Ryan Woods in the number 1 car there with a new sponsor. And then in 4th position, we've got Kenny Wright, Ray Jardine. And also, we've got a lady that's driving the HQ. She's doing extremely well also. I'm sorry about that. Very, very well done. We're just going through them all. I'm just waiting for the screen to catch up.
There it is, Rebecca Verhoeven.
Van Hoven, yep, done extremely well there in the 36 car. Well done, good to see.
Don Knight was in the 32 in the mix there, so he wasn't racing in the HQs. Obviously, the Cortina in there as well. So Don was he was fighting for position, so it was good to see a bit of the battle. They would have fought it out in the showrooms, I reckon, the old Cortinas and the HQs back in the day as well. So there it is. Unfortunately, we've got the 59 parked up there, so that's sad for Ray Hepburn. He will try and get the car back on track for racing tomorrow. Of course, the HQs and the historic touring cars are on at 11:20, so plenty of time to get it effective. There we have it. Brent Trengo over Trevor Talbot, Adrian Moore, Dom Leo, then it's Peter Mullerman, Andrew Baird, Jeff Munday, Brett Hodgkin, Bill Trengo, and Andrew Magilton, the first HQ home. They're in, I guess, outright in 10th, but first in HQs. Don Knight in the Cortina, then it's Banks in the HQ, Ryan Woods in the HQ, Luke Patterson in the Mini, Kenny Wright in the HQ, Ray Jardine did get home, Tony Maloney, Ben Richards, Dave Kenner, and John Mahoney in the 20 there. Up and over the fence, we can see the flaggy at 13 there being the relay point. Let's see the revs rise. So we've got the 5-second board up. The front row of the grid, Brent Trengo, all by himself and angled at turn 1. He's done a bit of the Michael Schumacher there. Going to come right over and away they go. It's the second row of the grid. absolutely gazumped Trengove. Let's see how he gets into second gear, but it is certainly Muleman and Adrian Moyle. Muleman just goes back a little bit there, but Moyle comes over. He's following the red car, and he's got the hazard lights on down into turn one as well. A little bit of a squirm under brakes, but Brent Trengove manages to gather it all up, grab second gear, stop the wheel spin, and the race continues down into one. The HQs have now also launched on their part of the race as well, but there's the 22. Looks brilliant. The blue eyes on the front there. Coming around is the 25 of Adrian Moyle. Then it's Pete Muleman. He gets through there as well. Dom Leo. And here's your HQs.
All right, we've got Magilton Banks. We've got Ryan Woods. Kenny Wright got a ripper of a start, almost up into third position outside the grandstand, but he's come back in just that fraction. Ryan Woods in third. Banksy done a fantastic drive yesterday. He's got it up on two wheels, ladies and gentlemen. There is a couple of fantastic photos on Facebook. You want to have a look as they all go through the HQ Holdens. 1 to 13th. Reddy Rose car there, Glenn McDonald coming back through the field. We've got a small field this weekend. Don't panic. There are 8 cars that I could think of that aren't here. So we'll have our 17, 18 cars throughout the rest of the season, Darren.
Coming around to complete lap number 1. They come through the turns 11, 12 and 13 complex. Point the nose down to the train line that's just off the back of turn 1 there, and they are absolutely on for it.
Have a look at that. Banks is in front. Banks for the first time. Banks has got past Magilton. Magilton has never seen a HQ in front of him all weekend, ladies and gentlemen. He's put it on pole. He's won race 1, and now all of a sudden the plumber in the 176 car, Banks there, is in first position. God, he's got 1.5 HQs in front. We've got Ryan Woods. We've got also Wright as they all the way come through for their first flying lap. Well done, Steve Banks.
Well, I tell you what, if you've got a plumbing problem you want it solved fast, so you better get the fastest guy on the job as they continue on into lap number 2. The fields are settling down now. Watch that Magilton car, the Middies electrical outfit, ranging up behind. Car number 1 got a vibration issue being reported back on that car, and the crew have been working pretty hard just to try and nail it down here. But the 176 of Banks, he will be feeling the heat from the 14 and the 1 and the 43 behind him as well.
Tony Maloney also doing a fantastic job up there in 5th position, Reddy Rose car. Now we've got the NC there, the 25 car. It didn't have a really good start, but I tell you what, it got the mumbo happening into turn 1.
Got Brett Trengove, the guy set on pole on this last lap around, and there's got a nice gap on it. It's also got that bit of a punch in the eye there, Dave. Obviously ran into you in a dark alleyway and you fixed him up there. Broken headlight, bit of a dent there, and that was subject to some pretty willing racing yesterday. We don't normally see these cars coming together too often, but it got pretty willing yesterday. Here comes our old mate number 59, Ray Hepburn. He's travelled all the way from WA, so let's hope that he can make his way through the field in the field, which is pretty much being the fast cars have got the general product on the front, haven't they? Let's see how a couple of these Fords. Certainly Pete Muleman's in the mix there. Oh, the 36 has gone round. That's coming out. That's Rebecca Verhoeven.
Yeah, Rebecca's done all right. She's put it back into first, and away she goes again. Absolutely fantastic. It's her second year of racing a HQ Holden, probably only a 4th or 5th race meeting, so she's doing absolutely fantastic as the guys come down in the Dandy corner.
Coming out of the corner there, the 22 getting the power down better around this part of track. You've got to say this one here on the with the hazard lights flashing randomly. I think it's on the brake pedal. It's just
it's on the brake pedal. It's hard to believe an old car's got an earthing problem, Darren, but that's certainly what the problem is.
If being a race car too, you'd be on top of that. But boy, oh boy, not lacking for ponies in a straight line. Got that straight line handling sorted. Here comes Muleman in the background, the entirely blacked out pony comes down, and he has got a massive challenge ranging up alongside there. It's Dom Leo in the gold and white car. I think this is Darren Collins' old championship-winning Camaro, and he tips in there. Maybe just a bit of an optical illusion on that head-on camera, but the 43 covering it off nicely. Gee, he just gets it in there really well, doesn't he? Looks like something out of Happy Days, something that Fonzie might have raced against at some point.
Yeah, mate, if you have a look at that 43 car, it's only a 4.7 litre car, so it's really, grown above its weight, you could say. But, mate, it's beautiful. It is absolutely stunning to look at. Here they are, 5 litre and 4.7, up the back chute, over the top, Darren. Who's got the biggest set of brakes?
Milliman just dips it in. He knows he's got the track position there, the 43. Gloss black. No arguments here. Bit of a don't argue there to Leo in the 84 there as well. He'll follow me through this part and we'll see you on the main straight again and we'll have another horsepower race here. They're coming up onto the back of Rebecca Verhoeven and Dom just has to tuck in behind. She has a lock-up, throws a bit of interest in it for the guys in the historic touring and sends the white Camaro wide through 12 and 13 and he gives a licorice strap off the back of the ripple strip and where he had the advantage was in the straight line is all negated as they come onto the straight.
Have a look at Banksy. Banksy still up the front. Ryan Woods is there also. Have a look at this. Ryan Woods, Banks, McGilton, first, second, third, or second and third, whichever way you want to say. Kenny Wright's right in behind there. Tony Maloney in the 99 car. Mount Nura Freitas is doing a fantastic job. Also Ray Jardine in the number 8 car. It looks like that car is holding together. Absolutely fantastic. But have a look at McDonald, the Ready Rose car, right over the boot lid of Tony Maloney there, down in the dandy corner. Oh, he's locked the brake also, so you have to be a little bit careful as the guys come through. Have a look at this. We've got a bit of a replay. We had a river replay. We can see where Ryan Woods got in front of the fast-flying plumber Steve Banks there. Andrew McGilton in the 14 car there. The Middies car, fantastic.
Looks like he's doing a bit of Woods environmental, just mowing the lawn off the back of the ripple strip there through 3. Popular place for people to put the Victor lawnmower on the side as well. We get a good look down the straight there. And we were alluded to earlier in the earlier race call with Dan and Steve, some of the great camera views. They've got this spider cam on the straight here. Have a look at this. Head on with the Kiwis. Into turn 1. It's car number 1. Leading the way. Ryan Woods. Vibration. It's probably just shaking the brain a little bit loose, but he's onto it.
Yeah, well, hopefully they've tried something, or at least, oh, mate, he's doing the disco dancing in turn 2, turn 3. He's gone from first to fourth, just like that. Banksy, the plumber. Oh, geez, mate, they're shaving that camera angle out of turn 4 pretty tight. Banks is in front. McGilton. Then we've got Kenny Wright, CR, which is a good sponsor to have for the HQ Holdens. And then we've got Ryan Woods from first to fourth, in behind him. Oh, look at that for a replay. Oh, mate, he's certainly put the grease nipples into the arms then all of a sudden to get it from left to right, right to left to catch it as he goes through turn 4. Banks down in the dandy corner. Absolutely fantastic. McGilton right on the boot lid of him. McGilton won't be wanting that.
So if he's putting the grease nipples into the elbows, how many cc's of grease is he
putting
in there?
Oh, mate, at least 2 or 3 pumps. I'll tell you what, these HQs, when they get a little bit sideways,
here we go. We've got the historic touring cars starting to mix it up.
This is it. We think we're going fast. All of a sudden, this guy will just pull out 300 horsepower more than a HQ. As we go over the start-finish line, you can see that. And also the 25 car. Darren, did you work out what he hit to bring the nose down on that 3 or 4?
It was another car, Dave.
We'll leave that.
Darren. We'll leave that for another day. We won't point any blame just at the moment, other than he's got a sore eye.
Oh, okay, yep. He certainly has got a sore right eye. Better than having an itchy one, but here we go down to turns 2, 3 and 4. That's right over the far side, right over to the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen.
Kenny Wright weighing in on it here, haven't we, with this?
Yeah. Ryan Woods has got an issue, and it's not a vibration issue. He's starting to go backwards. I would say he's done a little bit of damage when he clipped turn 3, launched it off turn 4, so he may have a bit of a problem. But have a look at Banks. Banks doing extremely well in the 176 car, the fast plumber. Oh, here's the camera angle. Oh,
we go back down through this magnificent car number 4. Brett Hodgkin in the GDHO got smoke pouring out from the exhaust pipe. It's got a side exit pipe there. That's not what you want with your old HO Don. Oh, wipers on, sliding around, giving Luke Patterson a bit of a look at 650 horsepower. And he's covered it back on there. So Adrian Moyles had a torrid last lap or so. He's lost the lead of the race. He's had an off. He's had a good look at the back and the side of Luke Patterson in that magnificent looking Cooper S. boy in the day, if it gets wet at all during this race, which it's probably not going to, watch how the Mini will go in the wet. They're amazing. They do the same lap times.
Yeah, that's for sure. Righto, we've got the Tyre Power HQ Holdens coming down the front straight. Thank you, Tyre Power, once again for being the major sponsor of HQRA Victoria. Have a look at that, mate. We've got that NB, that beautiful looking 43 car right in front of there. Now we've got, look at first, second, third. Oh, Magilton's gone a little bit wide, but it's okay. He might come, no, he won't. Banks will make, oh, closes the door. Banks slams it shut. Righto into turn 4. 176, Magilton there, right behind him in the middies car, car 14. As Darren crosses his arms and just keeps looking at me as we go up the back chute, Darren. It's now your time, mate, and I'll have a breath.
I actually like that bit of commentary, Dave, because you changed your mind more times than the drivers changed their mind when they were going on the track. It's like reading a magnificent novel. It's just fantastic description of what's going. We've got smoke coming out of car 4, still the Hodgkin car, which has come into the pit lane this time around. But have a look at this, Banks in the 76, Magilton in the 14s, grabbing dirt from the left, throwing it to the right, picking it up on the left and throwing it back right again there.
Yeah, McDonald's come into pit lanes, and McDonald must still have a head gasket or have an engine issue with only probably 2 more laps to go. We've got 2.5 minutes of race time, plus the final lap. Have a look at Magilton, he's right on the boot lid of Banks. Look far to your left there, left coming onto the front straight. Have a look, we've got Banks, Magilton, then there's got a little bit of a gap. You can see Ryan Woods is there.
Oh, look at this, the historic touring cars getting lively, starting to put some laps on there. Here comes the fast Camaro as well, tearing it up through the field. That's the 68 there of Monday, hanging it all together. HQ's in the mix here. Boy, we've got a lot of mixed up cars now right throughout the field. The Cooper S of Luke Patterson just up the road in front of this group. But this is the front leading pack in the HQ race. There's the Mini. I tell you what, it looks like school pickup in 1974 out there at the moment. You're either getting in the Mini or you're getting in the Kiwi.
Yeah, Ryan Woods is driving the wheels off that number 1 car, certainly a bit sideways coming out of turn 4. That'll slow in coming up the back chute. We've got Tony Maloney in the 99 car, and right behind him we've got the, I reckon that's the 8 car there, the X car.
Luke Patterson Mini. Pulling out in the Cooper S. He's said, no, I was hoping for rain, but he's pulled over to the side there. Lucas, the Prince of Darkness, reigns again as they go charging down into. Here's our Western Australian
Ray, the 59 car, Darren.
Yeah, Ray Hepburn. Continuing on, solved that fuel issue. I don't think it was too difficult one to solve, but he's onto it. He's done it and having an absolute ball. A long, long way from home. He normally races over there in the west. He's come over to Victoria, really enjoying Sandown. I guess when all you're doing is running around Barbagallo weekend after weekend, a new track is certainly good to go on. He's normally racing against Paoli and Stubber, so he'll know how to do it.
2 to go, we're just being told by the guys. TV from Glen Line, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear me live without an issue or a problem. You can hear me anytime. But Glen Line TV, absolutely fantastic what they're doing.
I actually, during the week at work, have it in the background on my my laptop at work.
Yep.
Your voice calling HQs, it fires me up. I get going all week.
Oh, the juices are flowing, Darren, you know that. Oh, here we go, the 14 car, the Middies car, Magilton trying to get in front. Now Woods is pushing Banks a little bit wide. This is a horsepower race, yes? HQ Holden, 3-speed, 202, single carby, Peta suspension, Kenda tyres. Here we go, up the back chute. Who's got a little bit of mumbo? Who's got to go side by side? Door handle the door, literally, door handle the door handle. Banks is in front. Banks is in front of the 14 car, the Middies car. Magilton, Banks has come back at Magilton. Ryan Woods right over Magilton. Banksy will like that because hopefully he can throw away that rear vision mirror. Yep, we've still got him.
Last lap board out now, so we are on the final journey for the feature race for the HQs and the historic touring cars. Still got plenty of racing to go. Another race this afternoon for these guys. The charge up the back straight. It is going to be the 22 of Brent Trengo. Then it's Adrian Moyle. He's got the lights flashing again. activated by the brake lights. And the 22, just a little bit of smoke coming out of the pipe there. Moyle off the back of the track limits there. Didn't even get round the ripple strip there, but the power down out of these two cars, and there it is, massive sideways, and that will throw away the charge to the finish here. Brett Trengove will have noticed the mirrors go from side to side there as Moyle enjoying the horsepower, but certainly not getting it pointed at the checkered flag with that sort of sideways action. And the checkered flag drops for Brent Trengove to Adrian Moyle, and off in the distance we'll see Dom Leo and the 43 of Pete Mullum. We go to the HQs coming back.
Yeah, have a look at this. Magilton's got back in front of Banks again. Right behind him is Ryan Woods, and Kenny Wright has got the chrome horn on the back of Ryan Woods there. As they come up the back chute, we know Banks' car's got more power. Banks on the inside, Magilton on the outside. Oh, here we go, around the outside, up over the top, down into the corner, into Dandy Corner. And have a look at this, Magilton has got back to Banks. Banks locked the brake. Oh, Magilton's gone wide. Magilton's hit the wall. He's out-braked himself. Righto, we've got Banks, Ryan Woods, Kenny Wright. First, second, third. Magilton was first, and now he'll be last for the HQ Holdens. It certainly got buried into there. He's only clipped the wall fairly firm. He's probably moved the wall back 2 inches. But here we go. You won't believe it. Steve Banks, congratulations from Tyre Power, the major sponsor of HQ Holdens, and all the other sponsors of HQ Holdens. I'll get all that for you for the next race. We can see Magilton's car there.
I don't reckon he's hit the wall. I reckon he's built up a nice bank of sand in front of him. Here we go. This was very willing HQs. Last lap, mayhem unleashed by the Tyre Power field. Magilton goes round. That was where Dave hit peak Magilton. No, he didn't hit the wall. He just hauled it up. There's a big sand pit in front of the car, and they're going to have to dig it out.
Sand pit, mate. He'll need 2 shovels and a bucket, ladies and gentlemen.
Lucky we've got a big machine that will just go in there and reef him out and send him back. Well, let's have a look how that played out as Brent Trengove goes back into the field there. Adrian Moyle will head back after this weekend. Got a bit of panel work to fix her up on. Dom Leo got home 21 seconds behind, and then it was Pete Mullum in that magic number 43 that we both seem to enjoy watching go racing so much, Dave. There it is. Confirmation. Brent Trengove, Adrian Moyle, Dominic Leo, Peter Mullum, the 43 there. Jeff Munday doing a tremendous job getting home into 5th. Ray Hepburn from rear of the grid to 6th in the 59, fixed his fuel problem, and away he goes. Bill Trengove in the number 64, Don Knight in the Cortina, Steve Banks, okay, was the first in the HQ. Ryan Woods, second in the HQs, and Kenny Wright. How good's that? Kenny Wright into P3, Tony
Very
Maloney,
happy.
Ray Jardine, Ben Richards, Andrew Magilton, who was on the podium, threw it all away at Dandenong Road. Then we got James Kenner, John Mahoney, Peter Olver, Rebecca Verhoeven, who got home in the end, Luke Patterson, sadly not making it home in the Mini, Andrew Baird, Brett Hodgkin, Glenn McDonald. The rest of these guys didn't front for the race out there this time round. So revs are rising, and away we go for the group of historic touring cars, and they blast down a couple of Cortinas off the back of the grid there with Andrew Baird and Brett Hodgkin. Have a look at this run up the inside here. This is a fantastic start right onto the back of the black car there, which will be the 25 of Adrian Moyle. Started off the front row, being gazumped a little bit there by Dominic Leo. And this is how the field will come down through turns 3 and up to 4. There's the 86 down the side there as well, and that's Andrew Baird. Great looking race car. Here's the HQs.
Righto, through turn 1 we've got Banks, Ryan Woods, right on the outside there. Kenny Wright, CR. There is in the 13 car, we've got Tony Maloney. Now, don't forget, we have got Andrew Magilton and Glenn McDonald coming from the rear of the field. They're normally front 5, front 6 cars, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how they groove themselves and get themselves back up into the top 10. But here we go. Banks, we've got Ryan Woods on the outside, Banks on the inside. Magilton's already got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars already. The Ready Rose car, Glenn McDonald, done a gearbox. done a gearbox in race 2 as they start to come up over. Oh, door and a door. Bumper to bumper. Look at that. 3, almost 4 wide, ladies and gentlemen. Up over the top. And this is the first time up over the top. We've got plenty of time. Banks has gone through. Woods has gone through. God, Magilton's right up into... I can't believe that. It's in 5th. Ryan Woods, the number 1 car. Tony Maloney. And also going right through there is also Rebecca, doing extremely well in the 36 car. The undercoat grey car, you could say. But fantastic, good to see what's happening and what's going on now. Have a look at the front of this, the 25 car, the NC. He's got his mojo on. He's got it happening, and he's punched it back out in front by the looks of it. So he didn't have a real good start at all and through turn 1, did he?
I splashed a bit of mojo on this morning as well, Dave. I didn't know whether you noticed my animal magnetism here in the commentary booth. So there's mojo going around all over the place at Sandown here this weekend.
Okay.
Get on it.
Psychedelic,
right on
maybe.
It. That's it. Trengove leading the way from Muleman in the 43. Got a great start. Leo, Moyle and Baird. And this is looking fantastic. What a great view outside. I guess that's the passenger side of the left hooking Camaro, isn't it? And power down, up onto the ripple strip. Bit of a bumpy old ride through there. But the charge out of the Camaro. There it is. That's what we're riding on board with. That one right there. The 86 there. And it's been a good ride with Andrew Baird. He's pushed his way up into P5 after starting off down in 11. So he has certainly jumped away very, very nicely in the opening 2 laps of this race. So for Just Cars, the historic touring cars under brakes, the 25 grabs the 22, and it's Moyle getting Trengove in turn number 1. Didn't really put up a fight for it, did the blue-eyed monster there, the number 22 of Brent Trengove. Just opened it up and let it occur. Car number 25, Adrian Moyle, so the guy who just hit the lead of this race, has been hit with a 5-second start infringement penalty. So right here, right now, Dave, he needs to get himself 6 seconds out in front so that penalty doesn't change the race result.
Yeah, that's for sure, mate. Now, you'd almost say he's driving it like he stole it, mate. Like, look at it. It's got a bit of damage on the front of it. He's going very, very quick and very, very fast. So I have to wait and see. 5 seconds, yeah, it'll make a difference.
Yeah, so that's interesting as we're getting a good look at the Baird again there as well. In the 86, here we go back to the Q-Eys, and it's car number 1 looking down the inside of the 176 of Steve Banks, and they're getting very racy with it up to turn 4.
Oh, he is. Oh, Ryan Woods has gone around the outside on turn 4, around the outside as they start to come up. Ryan Woods is in front of Banks. Then we've got Kenny Wright, and we've also got Andrew Magilton right behind him. Reddy Rose car, Glenn McDonald's had a really good run also. He's come from back of the field. So we've just been told that we've got 5-second penalties for the first 3 cars off the starting grid, mate.
Not the first 3, but those 3 cars there, which is going to be Adrian Moyle, it'll be Hepburn, and the number 64 of William Trengove with the +5s on the Just Cars leaderboard there from Blendline TV, keeping us right up to date with all the goings on coming out of race control. Moyle, of course, will need to get 6 seconds out in front now so he can claim the victory. Looks like we've got a Cortina, Darren, coming underneath the bridge there. Looks like that was slowing down, so he'll probably try and get himself back to the pits. But have a look at this, Banks. He wants to be out the front. He wants to lead. Ryan Woods, the number 1 car. Number 1 because he won the championship last year, ladies and gentlemen. Then we've got Kenny Wright. We've also got Andrew Magilton coming right behind him. And also Tony Maloney in the 99 car. Mount Ararat. Tony Maloney's trying to go down the inside. This will be interesting. Tony doesn't mind swapping just a little bit of green paint. Down through turn 1. Here we go, turns 2, 3 and 4. Woods is back in front of Banks again. Banks has got plenty of horsepower. Keep an eye on Banks. If he comes out clean at turn 4, he'll pull up and he'll pass Ryan Woods. I can tell you that for a fact because he's got a little bit more mumbo under the bonnet up the top chute. Keep an eye on this. Banks is behind Woods. You see him come up over that little bit of a hill.
You can see it up over the top there. Have a look at this. They're side by side. No, not quite at the moment. Banks has just come back in gently. Woods is at the front.
Just getting a look at Ray Jardine at the back of shot there, the guy that's had the engine out a couple of times over the last 12 months to try and work out what's going on with it. A brand new engine. He was certainly hoping for a bit of a gain, but it doesn't really look as though he's had the gain that he was trying to make so far. But good to see Ray back on track and having a go at getting it right there again. So this is Baird again in the 86. Doing a nice job there indeed in the Camaro. It looks mint, this car, absolutely magnificent. Behind at the moment is the 68, and that's Jeff Monday. Jeff's been around quite some time and knows his way around the Victorian racetracks, that is for sure. But Baird just looking the goods at the moment. This car looks brilliant, as they all do, don't they? The HQs and the historic touring cars, they really do go to the extra effort to make them look the part.
Certainly is. As we're coming down the front chute, you can actually see that. Grandstand's off to your right. She's a pretty hard brake, turn one, turn left fairly sharply. Oh, here we go, it's happened.
Mulliman, contact with the HQ. That's two classes getting tangled up. That shouldn't have happened. Now it's going to be a swap for position there. Baird goes back one to Monday. That was a real shame, that magnificent Mustang. Getting tangled up with that HQ on the way through. The Mustang clearly the faster car coming through. Up onto the ripple strip goes Baird. Got to have a bit of spatial awareness about ourselves here.
Right, I've got a bit of a replay. He's coming down the... very, very tight.
Yeah, Millman locked up.
He's clipped the left-hand corner there, which has then unsettled him straight into Kenner, the 66 guy. So he's showing a little bit of damage. You can see that there. So
had a lock-up, Dave, into the corner there. So it was quite shallow in and locked up. And then once that happens, you lose all steering. And basically a passenger sadly got mixed up with the HQ on there as well. And Moyle just waving to the HQs as he goes past. Thanks for getting out of the way.
Certainly is, mate. God, he can certainly drive that thing in there. He's given it everything and a little bit more. You can say that 25 car. There's Tony Maloney, the 99. Oh, yeah, smoking those Kenders, baby.
The 99 and the 87 both locking up in unison there, so no net gain for either of them. Car 1 leading the way here. It's Ryan Woods in the HQs to Steve Banks. Kenny Wright is doing an absolute drive of the season, albeit it's only 1 day old, but he is doing a ripping job. Andrew McGilton, Glenn McDonald and Tony Maloney.
Certainly is. So I'm doing extremely well. The 13 car of Kenny Wright, brand new motor for this weekend. Ryan Woods has had a little bit. Look at this. Here we go. Banks trying to go around the outside. Woods is trying to make his car very, very wide. Up over the top. We're just waiting on Tony Maloney, the Ready Rose car there. McGilton is up into 4th position for the HQs, doing extreme. Ray Jardine's all of a sudden caught onto the back of the Ready Rose car, which is really good. You know, Ray's had a lot of bit of bad luck, mate, over the last 18 months.
Yeah.
And he's disappointed with himself. I said, Ray, have you touched it? No. So what's wrong with it? Oh, it's not quick enough. Well, mate, we can blame everything, but if you're not pulling the head off it and changing the diff and everything else like that, comes back to racecraft. Now have a look at this. The HQs, single file down the front chute. Over start finish line.
Look for Dom Leo as he just comes charging past on the right-hand side of the drivers there. He just took the line straight down the outside, so that's nice to see the HQs not tangling up with the historic touring cars. But this, Dave, is a race for the ages going unreal.
Slice of cheese between Banks and Woods, or 2 coats of paint, whatever you want to call it. Ladies and gentlemen, through turns 3 and 4. Banks, the plumber, in front. Support number 1, beautiful HSD, or HSD, yes. That's Eddie Woods there for all your cylinder heads. But have a listen to this, Darren. Have a listen to this baby on board.
It's a screaming match, isn't it, really? There goes the HQs. It's going to be interesting across the top here. Draw alongside, get through. There's the wall starting to open up now. Bang, left-hander, aim at it. Straight up to the back of Monday. as they wiggle their way down, up over the ripple strips, as the touring cars often do. Staying off that one, he just gets up on it bad there as well, so that'll cost him just a tad of time getting out of that corner. But avid competition here as well, and they are making every lap count.
They certainly are. As you can see, we've got coming into pit lane just there on the right, but he's got to stay on the left. I hope he does. There we go, down the chute. You'll see the start-finish line right about there. Oh, here we go. This is a bit interesting.
Bad Monday.
Cut his nose off. Little Cortina there. It's going down the inside. This will be interesting. Who's got the better brakes?
Monday has got track position in that one, Dave. Track position just in front, could sweep across, and he reclaims his own piece of the racing track. No one gets through there without coming off and doing something silly. Keep it all in single file. Now it's all about power down. Runs it really, really wide there past the sports bet signs, and we make our way up the back straight again here as the Cortina continues on.
Yep, Steve Banks, right behind Steve Banks' rollers. Andrew Magilton's up into third, ladies and gentlemen, back up into third, car 14. The Middies car, absolutely fantastic, back up into third, keep an eye on him. They are mates, 1 and 14 are mates. They came together, done the 4 hour together in the 14 car and blew everyone away, even the New South Wales guys. They were a team that just came together, grouped together and won a race. Well, sorry, Saturday and Sunday, which put together, you win the 4 hour race up there at Winton, which is our sort of like mini Bathurst long race.
1 minute left in this, the last competition laps for the HQs and the historic touring cars for round number 1 of the 888 Home Loans Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships. If you've got any issues with your home loan or you just want a health check, give the team at 888 Home Loans a call. Tell them you heard us talking about it on the Blendline TV broadcast for round 1 of Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships, and I'm sure they'll look after you better than, well, I'm not sure there's better than anyone else, but they'll certainly look after you. The Just Cars historic touring cars continue on at the moment. It's Moyle with a handy half a second lead now as the car number 80, is it, just jumps out of the way in the HQs there.
Yeah, he certainly is, but we've got to remember, mate, that's only half a second. He's got a 5-second penalty, so he really needs to get, you know, up and going.
Well, at the moment it'll put him in third, because third position is 24 seconds behind. We've got 2 laps to go. This is our penultimate lap out in the dirt with the HQs. That was Banks
Sort of taking a bit of dirt there, but have a look. Ryan Woods is in front of Banks now. Is also Magilton is trying to go around the outside. No, Woods decided to block his own teammate off. Oh, here we go. Oh, have a look at this. 14 right across the front nose of Banks there, up over the top. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 175, 178 kilometres in a HQ Holden. She's a 4-door, single carby, 3-speed, over the top. You don't back off. You can't afford to back off, or someone will go down the inside of you.
Or into the back of you when you're that close, if you have a back off at all. Here we go. This is it. What magic stuff in the HQ field for tyre power here this weekend. Reigning champ comes out with the goods there. And we go back onto the main straight as they start their last lap of this distance. There's Peter Milliman in the 43 Mustang, charging back up through the field after a bit of a coming together. Still not really sure in my head how that all transpired, but it certainly did. The tyre power field start to weave their way through turns 1, 2, 3 and 4. Number 1, hippie shake. Ryan Woods, the old egg wheel, left and right. He's still gathering it up in car 1.
Still gathering up. I think he tapped his teammate to try and straighten him up between turns 1 and 2. But now he's lost a little bit of momentum. He's back to third. Now Magilton, rear field for the HQs, is now leading the HQs.
Adrian Moyle has done the fastest lap out in front of the entire field here in the historic touring cars. And he does have a 5-second penalty hanging over his head, as does car number 64, William Trengo. And
that's a checkered flag
there
for
it
those
is,
guys.
popping the line. So let's see where they all start to finish and will cleanse the field. So Moyle will go back to P2. Brent Trengove will take the race win, and then everyone else will remain the same. Dominic Leo into P3, Baird into 4, Monday into 5th.
Righto, here we go. The HQ's coming onto the front straight. Can Banks do anything? No, Magilton is showing at least 1.5 car lengths for the HQ Holdens. Magilton, we've got Banks. I'm just trying to work this out, ladies and gentlemen. And then we've got Ryan Woods and also Kenny Wright there. So he'd be fairly happy with that. I'm just trying to see the Reddy Rose car. Reddy Rose car is in 8th. Tony Maloney, in 6th. Maloney's in 5th. Ray Jardine, be quite happy with that. Yeah, he's a little bit off the pace, but the car is still running.
It's still running, and he's back out going racing again rather than hanging around in the pits and watching everyone go about it.
He's got to fine-tune it, mate.
Yeah.
The driver never blames himself, only blames the tools. And we know there's nothing wrong with the tool.
So, there we go. Controversy or not there by Dave Amor. Brent Trengove takes the line honours, but I'm going to say not the win at this point. That will go to Moyle, then Dominic Leo. But the round points, importantly, Brent Trengove over Moyle, over Dominic Leo is where it will sit for the historic touring cars. In the race, though, Monday home in 5th, Mullerman in 6th after coming together, Trengove in 7th, Knight, Don Knight in 8th, Magilton, first one home in the HQs, to Banks, Woods, Knight, Maloney, Donald, Jardine and Riches. The cars stream their way back to the pit and paddock area. David Amor, thank you so much for your time. As always with the HQs, always fantastic to have your insight into how the HQs go about making their speed.
Look, thank you very much. The HQ Association would like to thank the MG Car Club, Sandown Racetrack, and all the officials and everyone that's been here all weekend. Thank you so very, very much.
So this is the official results now. Brent Trengove into P1, Moyle into 2, Dominic Leo, Baird, Monday, Mullerman, Trengove, Knight, Magilton, Banks. Rounding out our 10, Adrian Moore, although being relegated a spot, did get the fastest lap of the race on a 1:22.18. And what a fantastic event that has been. And I will echo the thoughts of David Amor. A big thanks to the MG Car Club and, of course, the staff here at Sandown Raceway for keeping such a magnificent facility alive. And, well, your trackside here at the 888 Home Loans, round number 1 for the Victorian State Circuit Racing Championship for 2024. Next on track is the MG and invited British cars. We'll be back in just a moment.